Have you ever looked at two images and felt one had more life, more depth in it, as if it spoke to you, and while the other felt flat? Often what you're noticing isn't just sharpness or composition, it's far subtler: micro-contrast. Welcome to today's episode of Through the Light, where we will uncover the terminology of micro-contrast and its transformative impact on photography. Micro-contrast in simple terms, is an ability of a lens to resolve the subtle differences in tones and textures, particularly in the midtones. It is what that makes an image three-dimensional, giving it a lifelike quality that draws the viewer's attention. While sharpness deals on the edges and fine details, micro-contrast is all about the interplay of light and shadows within those details. Let me give you an example. Say we are photographing a mountain peak during golden hour. The best of lenses will capture the soft gradients of light across the peak, revealing the creases and folds of the mountains. But on the contrary, there are chances that the same mountain may look flat, like a painting on a canvas. So, this might create a lot of questions on how does this micro-contrast play a role in different genres of photography. Let's break it down. In portrait photography, micro-contrast can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can render skin textures, which gives an absolute realism to the photograph. On the other hand, it can exaggerate imperfections. That's why lenses like Sigma 85mm f1.4 DGD and art can strike a perfect balance, giving you a smooth tonal transition that highlights your subject without being harsh. In landscape photography, we need a lens that resolves fine tonal variation, which makes the clouds look more dramatic, rocks textured, and the water surfaces intricate. This is where it makes a difference between a photo that looks like a snapshot to the one that looks like a masterpiece. In black and white photography, the micro-contrast plays a vital role. When there is no color to rely on, the interplay between the lights and shadows becomes your storytelling tool. With a high-quality lens like Sigma 35mm f1.2 DGD and art, we are ensured with the depth and emotions that transforms an ordinary scene into a visual poetry. So how do we choose the lens? For portrait photography, we need a lens which gives smooth tonal transition and controlled rendering. But for macro photography, where every tiny detail matters, we need a lens that excels in resolving the textures and pattern with lifelike clarity. For versatility, Sigma 2470 f2.8 DGD and art would give us an impressive output at different focal length. Whether you are shooting at events or travel or even at weddings, it gives impressive output where the images look real and dimension. And let's not forget about the build quality. A high-end lens which will have a better coating and a precision glass element that can help in resolving the optical flaws like distortion and flares. At the end of the day, investing in a quality lens is like investing into the soul of your image. Micro-contrast might not be the buzzword in the photography world yet, but it may be considered as an unsung hero that separates good images from the great ones. Because at the end of the day, in photography, the smallest detail creates biggest impact. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of micro-contrast, and I hope this episode had created curiosity in you. Until next time, keep shooting, keep experimenting, and keep finding the light. This is Pramod signing off.